Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brian, and today we are going to do a seared ribeye steak with a compound butter. Alright guys, so before we talk about our compound butter, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my steak preparation for this video. And I went ahead and dry brined my steak 24 hours ago in the fridge. And if you're not familiar with the dry brine, all it is just seasoning your steak with salt and putting it in your fridge for 24 hours. I would say maximum 24 hours. And the idea behind dry brining the steak is that you're pulling the moisture out of the steak, which essentially does sound like a bad thing, but in the end, the idea is that all that moisture is going to get absorbed back into the steak along with the salt, and you're going to be seasoning your steak all the way through, ensuring for a perfectly seasoned steak. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about our compound butter. And what I have here is I have 5 garlic cloves that I've put oil in an aluminum foil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to roast this garlic on the grill. So I'm just going to throw this over onto the direct heat side of my grill. Alright guys, so I talked about grill grates in my last video, and so I just wanted to show you my setup here. If you're not familiar with grill grates, or maybe you're new to them, what I love about them is that you can turn these upside down and have a searing surface. So this is perfect for steak, burgers, whatever you want to cook that you just want to get a nice sear on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my garlic right over here in the corner, and I'm going to let those roast for the next 20 minutes or so. Alright guys, so we're getting some really fantastic color on our garlic here. I think it's time to pull this off. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and talk about our garlic really quick. If you were to just poke these are very, very tender. Very tender. I don't know if you can see that. Look how tender that is. Just give it a squeeze. That's nice. So we're just going to go ahead and give these a quick rough chop before we throw them in our bowl. And we're going to end up mashing these anyways, so it's not that big of a deal. And we're going to go ahead and build our compound butter. Alright, so first thing we're going to need is butter, obviously, room temperature, 1 stick or 8 ounces. Bloop, right in. Go in with our garlic here. And again, this is going to get all mashed up, so don't worry about being perfect with your dice or anything like that. So it's really optional what you want to do. You can use a little bit of lemon zest, some lemon juice, you can use some hot sauce. I'm going to go in with steak seasoning. You can just choose your favorite. I'm going a little bit light on it, about a tablespoon, because we have to remember that there's salt already on the steak. So we don't want to over salt it. We really want to taste the steak. So the other thing that I'm going to put in is this chili crunch condiment, and this is really good. It has some onion, some chilies, a bunch of other flavors. It's all in some oil, and I don't necessarily want the oil part, but you can see this, and it's just got some great flavor to it. It's an awesome condiment. You can put this on anything. Put it on your salad, anything you want. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this. I don't want to use too much, so maybe about half a tablespoon. And then we're just going to come in and just mash this whole thing up really, really good. Perfect. It's delicious. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this butter up in some saran wrap and roll it up into a log, and we're going to put this in the fridge until it solidifies, and we'll cut this into pats and it will go on our steak. Alright guys, let's talk about our steak really quick. It is darker in color, and that's just because of the salt brine and leaving it in the open air in the fridge. Ooh, that sear sound. Everybody loves that. There's definitely one thing I don't want to hear anybody say is that you have to flip a steak once and that's it and you're done. You can flip a steak as many times as you want. Flip it until it's done. Alright guys, it's time. We let this thing cook until it was about 125 degrees, let it rest, and brought the temperature up to about 130 degrees for a nice medium rare. I can't wait to slice into this thing. It looks fantastic. Let's get a little bit of our compound butter on it and we'll slice it up. Alright, look at that, huh? We got that melted butter. Let's cut that spinalis piece off there. That's everyone's favorite piece. Cut that in half because I know the wife is going to want some of that. Slice this thing up. Nice pink center. Looking good. Nice and tender. I don't hate that. Let's try that deckle piece. Oh yeah, nice fatty piece. Amazing. Absolutely delicious. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you could just hit that like button and that subscribe button, it would help me out a lot with future content. And let me know if there's anything else that you'd like me to cook. And please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys are cooking. And you know, we can discuss it in the comments section. Until then, keep on grilling.